So I'm gonna be farming medium treasure trail clues at these ivory creatures, which are from the finale of the fairy tale questline. There are already 2 over here stuck, seemingly, so, but that's not a problem for me. I'm using tier 90 armor for tank armor, necromancy. You could use 80 and 70s, but you might need to use enhanced Excalibur and maybe even some food. Not sure. What you want to do is place an Oldak Coil right here. Doing this, you can get anywhere between 20 to 40, depending on your RNG, in an hour of medium clues. I think this is one of the best methods out there, honestly. At least because canon, it makes it AFKable, which is good for mentality. So, now attack these guys, but that's not a problem. Now what you want to do is go around and attack the ones that are weak to melee and range and mage. The range ones, we're not gonna trap them. You can trap these 2 easily in that area. Now, gotta kind of make sure that I'm within range for the cannon to activate. Because one thing I've experienced so far is that if I'm too far away, my cannon does not activate. Now, I'll have to start heading back so that I can actually take advantage of them. Starting now, 2 minutes and 40 seconds into it, I have 410 medium clues. We'll see how many I get within this hour. Will I get a low ball of in the lower 20s, which I've only gotten 20 once. And then my other is getting up to 40, more commonly 39. But my average would be somewhere in the 30 area, actually. I've gotten 39 and even 40 a few times. At first, I used conjures to help get the kills faster so I can wrangle these guys in here. But after that, you don't actually, with tier 90, need to use anything for conjures. By placing it there, I'll tag... There's 2 NPCs that love to get into the corners. Always, seemingly, for each of these different types. I can at least tag the one that's over there by having it right there. If I move one tile over, I can tag the one that's right here instead. That'll appear sometimes. But otherwise, you just have to yourself stand near this, and by having Blood Siphon early in the rotation cycle, I'll regularly proc a damage off on that enemy when he gets stuck there. So far, as you see, I've not had the one over here spawn stuck. But it does happen. You don't have to worry about it too much if you don't really want to. Make it more AFK. It's just a small little extra. 1 kill. Whether you want to do that or not, that's fine. Sometimes you wander away because of you guys attacking. Might be better to do it so that you're attacking this one over here, but I don't know. I just don't think it matters that much in the long run. You can put really any abilities you want on this. One that really will mess me up sometimes, I guess, is Spectral Scythe, which I'm going to rotate one over, or maybe two over. It's not exactly a priority one, I would call it, for this. But, again, you don't have to really have any specific setup. As you can see, I'm holding some of the rewards I get from my previous runs as well. You'll get some Silverstone spirits, which are weak for value. Molten glass, some uncut emeralds, and diamonds, and sapphires. You also get cosmic, death, and mud ruins, which are pretty good to get. Adamant stone spirits, also pretty worthless, but take anything. And then chocolate bars, which are a funny one. They're not really worth much in actuality because you have to undersell them a lot to get them to sell fast. But if you're going to sit there, maybe you can make some good cash off of that. A few tens of thousands an hour. And then pure essence, which is definitely useful to get. And then randomly, as a uncommon or maybe rare drop, I'm not sure exactly from my memory, you'll get Dragon Dagger and offhand versions, and Longsword and offhand version, which are some nice little extra bits of cash. The other rewards, as you can see, are Talismans, Magic Essence Potion, which are not really worth much. That's 78 coins. It's a terrible potion. The Talismans you can sell if you wanted to, but the problem is there's not exactly a giant market. Thanks to the component they added a little while ago, there might be some people more willing. But you'll have to bring magic notepaper if you want to. You bring magic notepaper, and you'll be able to collect a lot of these talismans if you want to do that. I think I'm talking a little bit too fast right there. So, yeah. As far as the other style of clues, Easy's the best place to get them, I would say, would be the ham guard, the ham people in, well, the ham hideout. Just pickpocket the ham members and you'll get tons of Easies. Pretty AFK, because as long as you have the level 99 cape, which allows you to note all those rewards, you'll be able to go indefinitely. Unless you get key tokens and such, which will stop you eventually if you get too many. Hard, Elite, and Master, well, that would be from doing things like thieving, which would be the elf thieving specifically, and otherwise from bossing, I think is also pretty good, and Slayer. Bossing, I don't remember. It's been so long since I've done most bossing. I don't really count the skill boss. And the last one I did was otherwise Nex, which did not get me a lot of clues. But there should be some bosses out there that are pretty good. At least by my memory. But more commonly you'll get it from doing Slayer, killing mobs for those, or thieving elves. I got tons from my combat grind at Corrupted Scorpions, but that is a grind I don't really plan to do again in the near future. Because that used a lot of aggro potions. As far as the other methods for getting medium treasure trails, let's see. I need the sealed one. So, besides buying boxes of clue scrolls from GE, which isn't exactly cheap, technically, I'll say the best method otherwise would be you run other clues and then buy them from the store for those points you earn. But I don't think it's ideal. I'd rather do something that actually I can farm. Elite monster, not very common, so it's not a good choice. Yetis is another one that is good for drop rate, but the problem is I tried them and I could not get a good flow. This didn't really appeal to me there when I last tried it. A lot of sources are the keys from the Mortania game, mini game, the Shades of Morton, which isn't exactly easy to do in large quantities. It takes a lot of prep work. Another spot is Dagoth Guardians, which I'm not sure how well that would go. Might be able to do that one, maybe, in the Guardian dungeon but they're all spread out according to this map, so it's not exactly ideal for something like this. If you're willing to go in and do it yourself, maybe run around. That'll be easy. They seem like one of the best drop rates. But I'm sure I'll earn more here in an hour than I could at the Dagoth Guardians. Don't worry, plan to test it out. The other options are all in the uncommon or in the rare section, because these were uncommon drops. I listed off. Rares being a lot of other creatures that are more random and sporadic. Might be able to do zombies, the dried zombies out in the desert. I believe I've done that before, though it wasn't as good of a farm by comparison. This is just much better. The main reason I'm doing this is to finish off the collection log, but you can also farm these medium clues to get the rares for their component you get for DAing them, dismantling them. Fortunate components, which you could use for selling. You can sell the items and then someone else buys it, or you're going to use it yourself to make items, being the alchemical onyx jewelry, or for charging your Passage of the Abyss even. Okay, and with that, I've now reached the 1 hour grind from my setup point. So, I started with 410. Just finish off this. Okay, so I started with 410. I ended with 438, looks like. Yes. 438. So that is 28 of them in 1 hour. Started out pretty bad, but in the first half of the hour, but I picked up near the end. Pretty good results, I would say. My lowest is 20, my highest is 40. So 28 sounds about average. So anyone who's interested in doing medium clues for the collection log or trying to get fortune components to use themselves or sell, this is ideal place in my opinion. Like I said before, tier 90 necromancy makes it super easy. The other stuff, cape, jewelry, it's not very important. Just anything you have, really. So, that's all. I hope you have a good rest of your day.